Let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom are good as a office of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, that all matters come under the and faithful manner as to promote your honor and glory, prosperity, and welfare of our country. Amen. Honorable members, I'd like to request the sergeant to ring the quorum bell for the first 5 minutes. Okay, honorable members, I can see Honorable Nyauke sitting in for the majority leader, or the majority leader just walking in. Maybe we can give him time to settle and confirm if we have quorum in the house. Honorable Rumbo Wade, we are waiting on you to confirm if you have quorum.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Much as I was outside, I always know when a bell is rung, it is for quorum. So I managed to whip members, and some of them have come, and I can confirm that we have the quorum. Thank you. Outside, and I heard the bell. When the bell rings, it's always that the quorum is not there. So I managed to whip members who are outside, and they have come, and now we have the quorum. Thank you.
Okay, Clerk, can you please take us through the order paper for the day?
The Third Assembly, Fourth Session, Order Paper number 310 of today, Thursday, 5th June 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Order number 1, Administration of Oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, Communication from the Chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, Messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, Petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, Papers.
Next order.
Order number 6, Notices of Motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, Statements.
Honorable members, it's statement time. Next order, Clerk.
Commencement of business. Order number 8, motion on the adoption of the report of PICPA Committee on the examination of the reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of Lumumba Sub-County Hospital for the period ended 30th June 2024 by the Honorable Kennedy Ogo.
Honorable members, I have a letter requesting Honorable James Were to move the motion on behalf of the chair who is out on official duty. So Honorable Were, please go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I'm seeking the leave of the House to use the moving notes because, Madam Speaker, the report was posted in our Third Assembly page. Madam Speaker, on behalf of the Public Accounts and Investment Committee, PICPAC, and pursuant to Standing Orders number 188 of Kisumu County Assembly, I would like to present to this Honorable House the Public Accounts and Investment Committee report on the audited financial statement of Lumumba Sub-County Level 4 Hospital for the financial year 2023-2024. The County Assembly exercises oversight over county government entities and their use of public funds as provided under Article 185/3 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. This mandate is exercised through the Public Accounts and Investment Committee. Madam Speaker, further Article 229/8 of the Constitution requires that County Assembly considers, debates, and takes appropriate action on the Auditor General's reports within the 3 months after receipt. In this regard, the committee convened 2 sittings during which it examined the audit report of Lumumba Sub-County Hospital, Level 4 Hospital, and received both written and oral submission from the accounting officer and hospital management in response to the issues flagged by the Auditor General in the report. Madam Speaker, the committee notes with appreciation the positive strides made by hospital in improving the credibility of its financial reporting. The Auditor General issued a qualified opinion on the financial statement of the facility for the financial year ended 30th June 2024. This was an improvement on the first audit opinion, which was a disclaimer of the opinion. Madam Speaker, the committee noted a number of audit issues that required attention. First, there were inaccuracies in the comparative balances of the property, land, and equipment. Management attributed these discrepancies to the restatement of asset values and committed to addressing them in the subsequent financial year. Secondly, Madam Speaker, during the financial year, the facility experienced underfunding and underutilization of its budget with an actual receipt of 23,612,806 against a budgeted amount of Kenya shillings 31,239,318, resulting in underfunding of Kenya shillings 7,626,512, or 24%. In addition, Madam Speaker, the committee observed that the facility during the financial year failed to timely remit statutory deductions, exposing the facility to potential penalties and legal liabilities. Furthermore, the hospital lacked a fully operational internal audit function and had not initially constituted an audit committee, contrary to the requirements of Section 155 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, based on the highlighted findings. Based on the highlighted findings, the committee has made several recommendations. The hospital management should reconcile the variance in comparative asset balances and ensure disclosure in public financial statements. The county treasury should also ensure timely and full disbursement of the budgeted funds to the facility to facilitate the complete execution of planned programs and activities. Madam Speaker, management must also ensure timely and fully remittance of statutory deductions to the relevant authorities in compliance with the applicable laws. In addition, the hospital should operationalize an independent internal audit function and empower the audit committee for effective risk management. Lastly, the Committee on Implementation should follow up with the Department of Lands and Physical Planning, Housing and Urban Development on the status of matter of title deed for the hospital and report the progress on the same to this House. On Speaker, I wish to appreciate members of the committee for their dedication, as well as Office of the Speaker and Clerk of the County Assembly, the Committee Secretariat, and the Office of the Auditor General for the support rendered in compiling this report. I also commend the management of Lumumba Sub-County Level 4 Hospital for their progress made in improving their audit opinion. Madam Speaker, it is therefore my honor, on behalf of the Public Accounts and Investment Committee, to present this report on consideration of Auditor General's report on financial statements of Lumumba Sub-County Level 4 Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2024. And I urge this Honorable House to adopt it. Madam Speaker, I therefore beg Honorable James Omolo to second. Thank you.
Honorable members, and now that the report on the report by the Public Accounts and Investment Committee on the report on the examination of the report of the Auditor General on the financial statement for Lumumba Sub-County Level 4 Hospital for the year ended 30th of June 2024 has been presented and seconded as per standing orders. I want to propose a question, and I propose that this report is now open for debate. Yes, Honorable Geoffrey Warindo of Miwani Ward.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to support the report by the PICPAC committee. And Madam Speaker, we really have to commend the committee. When we started this, when I was still a member of the committee, most of the reports that we were dealing with, it was so difficult to find a facility or an entity with a qualified or unqualified opinion. But through the effort of the committee, the opinions of most of the facilities around have improved. And now I hope that the facilities or the entities that are still lagging behind in understanding the basic accounting principles can also improve. Madam Speaker, the report has a qualified opinion with some few gaps that we need to, that contravenes the accounting standards that have been set by the Public Finance Management Act. Madam Speaker, since the Kisumu County Health Facility Improvement Fund Act 2021 was passed, it required each and every public health facility to open and operate a bank account of its own so that they can easily manage their finances. We all know what the FIF Act and what the fund has done to our health facilities, and to find that some health facilities are still operating without an FIF bank account. Madam Speaker, that needs to be addressed. And how I wish and hope that the management of this facility will take this seriously so that they can have the bank account for the FIF, and so that they can easily account for what they are receiving and managing on a daily basis. Madam Speaker, the second issue, if you look at it at the report again, was the long outstanding payables. And I want to believe that all of us knows what these long outstanding payables are doing to us as a accounting. If we fail to settle our bills and debt within the financial year that they are occurred, they usually affect the subsequent financial year's budget programs. And how I wish that as we are dealing with this menace of the pending bills, let these facilities not lag behind in dealing with this. Because if we accrue so many pending bills in these health facilities, then their programs will be affected. And I want to believe that the management will take care of this and minimize, I want to believe they will pay the outstanding bills on time so that they minimize the creation of other pending bills within those small facilities. Madam Speaker, my last point will be the delay in submitting the statutory deductions. If you go through the report, you'll find that most of the NHIF funds of the employees there were remitted or submitted 6 months after the due date. And if you look at the report keenly, even the pay of the employees in that facilities were not even being paid, that this facilities has not even opened, they don't even have a KRA PIN certificate. And this actually affect the employees that are operating there. How I wish that they will go back to their books and facilitate and fast track the KRA certificate for the facility so that the deductions, the statutory deductions and payments can be done on a time. Madam Speaker, with those few remarks, I beg to support the report of the PICPAC committee. Thank you so much.
Yes, Honorable Tom Nyaoke of North Nyakach Ward.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I wish to support the motion that has just been read and presented to us. Madam Speaker, there is just one element that I needed to touch besides what my colleague have spoken to. That the issue of financial management in our institutions, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, it is a fundamental thing that the constitutional principles on public finance, Article 201 of the Constitution 2010, provides for fundamental principles aimed at guiding all aspects of public finance. Madam Speaker, this is a very important issue that as we endeavor to make our county moving forward and the departments therein, the principles of public finance management must be put into practice in regards to what is provided for in the Constitution. Madam Speaker, there is one observation from this report that the committee, I'm happy, noticed, and really sometimes it makes me wonder why, because other institutions are actually making their budgets, but then you find that the expenditure goes even beyond what the budget is expecting. But Madam Speaker, you look at this particular report, the committee is putting it to us, what they discovered. One of their observations is that the institution, even after budgeting for 31 million and above, then you find they're still spending what they had budgeted for, 24% less, Madam Speaker. There must be something which is fundamentally wrong. Okay, in some subsequent reports that we have got, we have had areas where maybe the certain institutions don't have qualified accountants to handle all these kind of things. But Madam Speaker, prudent use of public funds must be used appropriately. When an institution works on a budget, let them abide to that, at least there and about, to use exactly what they are budgeted for. In some cases, you find that some institutions even budget and then you find the expenditure. When they start consuming the funds, then you find them using like about 50% of what they actually budgeted for. It means something must be going wrong. Madam Speaker, going forward, the recommendations that they have given is going to be used also to make various corrections from the institutions that may be possibly doing the same. I concur with the report, with the committee, Madam Speaker, because they have given, indicated that the implementation committee should take up quite certain roles to make sure that this is done. And I saw my chair for implementation. Madam Speaker, I want to implore upon them that once this report is adopted, then the committee of implementation should follow suit and give us and make sure that all these recommendations are adhered to, so that we keep on changing and having to realize different reports as we proceed. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I beg to support.
Yes, Honorable Regina Kizito.
Oh, thank you, Madam Speaker. First, I want to commend the Committee of PICPAC for a job well done. And I want to say this concerning the report. First, over the issue of the unconciled cash books and bank statements, Madam Speaker, this House must insist on strict adherence to the Public Finance Act and the accounting procedures, Madam Speaker. 2, on the issue of the unsupported and irregular expenditures. 3, on procurement irregularities that are seen, Madam Speaker. Then we also have the issue of the poor revenue management. So I want to thank the PICPAC committee for their findings. And so we need to take action on this. And you know, public health is a matter that is of great concern to our county. And facilities like Lumumba Hospital, we must make sure that they are well taken care of, Madam Speaker. So I rise to support the motion. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Benny Petoiko of Kabonyo Kanyagwal Ward.
Yes, Madam Speaker. This is audited report of Lumumba Sub-County Hospital, Level 4. In the report, you are being told the opinion given is that one of qualified report, giving the picture that the financial records were fairly managed. That is a credit to the management. And Madam Speaker, when we look at this report, we are getting a picture of about 31 million and 23 million. This is the variance of 7 million that needs to be looked into, why that one is there. Another matter we are being told is on statutory deductions, which were not remitted in good time. And Madam Speaker, the picture given here is that the hospital is managing its own finances. Yet I thought that the hospital was to manage itself through the health department and finance department. And another matter we are getting here, Madam Speaker, the long outstanding payables, those are the debts which have not been paid. And know when this is a hospital, when debts are not paid in good time, the suppliers will not supply the commodities, and those are the drugs, and our people will suffer. Because when the drugs are not there in the hospital, and Lumumba being a common hospital in Kisumu, that started serving our people long time ago, including maternity matters, our people would suffer. So it would have been in order for the payables to be paid so that our people get good services from this health facility. Madam Speaker, we are being told also that the hospital has not opened facility improvement bank account. Now, this one now raises question. It collects funds from the public, and where is this money kept? Is it being collected and spent? Or what happens? And we are also being told that authority is yet to be given for the health facility to open its bank account. Madam Speaker, this gives a picture of poor financial management when money is collected, it's not banked for accountability. It is like it is being collected and spent or being collected and spent. This would make the management, this will give the management hard time in following how much has been collected, the accountability of what is collected, and the committee is telling us the matter is unresolved. This matter needs to be looked into so that the little that is collected is banked and can be accounted for. Another matter here, Madam Speaker, is the staffing level of the hospital. The hospital is seriously understaffed, and Lumumba is now a major health facility that serves the people of Kisumu County and is seriously understaffed. The county government of Kisumu to look into this matter, and if the facility improvement fund was properly managed, this could help on engaging some staff on contract basis. That one is poorly managed. The hospital is understaffed. We need to take action as a country on this so that we improve the health services to our people. Like when they need clinical officers 30 and only 16 are available. The nurses are needed 75, and the number available in the facility is only 36. And these are the core people who serve the patients when they go to the facility. The lab technicians are 40, the number needed is 40, and the number available is only 10. This matter of staffing needs to be addressed so that good services is offered to our people. And they are struggling to pay the statutory deductions, which should also be paid by 9th of every month, because if they are not paid by 9th of the subsequent month, they will attract interest and penalty. And this will be a burden to the county government when payment of tax will become heavy because of the accumulation of penalties and taxes. This is a matter that should be looked into so that financially we don't disorganize our facilities by not paying the taxes in good time. There is also the land ownership problem. The land was registered under the Municipal Council of Kisumu. To date, it has not been transferred to the facility, implying if there are some people who want to grab the land, they will easily grab it because there is no indication that it belongs to Lumumba Sub-County Hospital. This is a matter that at this level should have been solved long time ago. The county government institutions that do not have title deeds, the parent department, and the Department of Lands should collaborate so that this matter is addressed. Because when we shall have a situation where a county institution is sitting on a private land that has been grabbed, we shall look fools before the public because we did not take action in good time. Madam Speaker, I hope with those few remarks, the hospital will improve in its financial management and its services to our locals. I so submit.
Yes, Honorable Gado Lima.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Looking at the good of the House, may I call them to reply?
Yes, Honorable Kelvin Orara. Okay, go ahead.
I know the immediate member is just from Nyakach, handing Opanga. Madam Speaker, I was trying to grab and be informed on what is going on, and I've realized that though the pick and pack leads with many reports that are being approved in this assembly, some we tend not to take proper consideration in reading and even contributing those said reports. Madam Speaker, it's just last week that we shot down a report by Implementation Committee, which most of the content of the Implementation Committee report is still the same thing that has been audited in the last financial year, I think 2023-2024. The audit report, the same said hospital, the Lumumba Hospital. Madam Speaker, I want to say that sometimes we clap too much for the committee until it reaches a point whereby the things they don't consider when writing report, because the assembly will always give them a clean bill of health. But if you look at what was the basis of this entire report and the qualified opinion by the Auditor General, you realize that there are some things that should be put clear and the committee and the House should be informed properly. I know that Lumumba Hospital is one of the most strategic placed hospital, which in future, when given attention, will also serve many people and many residents from Kisumu County and outside Kisumu County. Lumumba Hospital is located next to the four affordable house, not affordable housing, but the housing project that is going, the Lab Fund One, the Lab Trust, and the National Government Affordable Housing. And I believe it will serve many people going forward. So that's some of the things raised by the Auditor General, that at least Lumumba Hospital should come out clear and make sure that they don't repeat the same. In the next audit report, the same response should not appear. The issue of land is appearing, and the Committee of Implementation is trying to solve that. The issue of assets and quantifying the value for those assets is becoming a big headache to the accountant, and that's why they've quoted about inaccuracy in comparative balances. If we move from that issue of unsupported property, plant and equipment, the issue of land is also something of great concern. Some assets have not been disclosed, and it is making the balance sheet not balancing and making it difficult for the Auditor General to actually establish the actual value of the facility. I think it's high time that some of the things that keep on repeating in various audit reports on Lumumba Hospital should be dealt with so that we don't see them repeating again. And for that reason, I'm asking, assuming that this report will pass, that the implementation committee should at least have time and sit with the management of Lumumba Hospital and highlight the issues that they want confirmed so that the assembly should be in a position to understand actually what is going on about the property, the asset, and many other things within the Lumumba Hospital. Because we are seeing the same thing being repeated year in, year out of the audit report. And for that reason, the assembly cannot be discussing similar things all the times when a report is brought to the assembly. Finally, Madam Speaker, in as much as we appreciate the good work done by the committee, it is high time the committee should also raise an alarm for things they don't see happening or improvement being shown. And I'm repeating, auditing is done on a yearly basis. And for that reason, it is the work of the pick and pack to see if some issues keep on repeating, and they should even task the accountant or even propose to transfer some accountants if they're not qualified or not competent enough to handle some of the issues that keeps coming out, and meaning that the management is not giving good report to the Auditor General. Finally, Madam Speaker, from the report, I realized that the facility is generating good revenue, and going forward, I believe it is going to replace even JTRH as one of the major revenue earners in Kisumu County. Considering the population that will live within Lumumba Hospital, I think we should even know from the health committee any other improvement they can do to that facility to support outpatient and also to make the system work so that we can get revenue that will eventually grow our county, our great county of Kisumu County. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I support the report, but wishing that the pick and pack committee need to do a better work by avoiding repetition in every report they bring back.
Honorable member, since the move had been called to reply, maybe I'll give Honorable Were the chance to reply.
Thank you. Madam Speaker, the report before us has really indicated clearly that there has been a tremendous improvement from our facility. The last audit report was a disclaimer, but the one that we are discussing is qualified opinion. It means they have adjusted, they have pulled up their socks. And we still want, as a house, to keep on putting more pressure on them so that they can do much better. Madam Speaker, I want to take this opportunity to thank honorable members for the good debate that they have had on this report. Concerning Honorable Oraro's statement, we acknowledge the recommendation that you've put forward, that the committee needs to be strict and ensure that we put much strength to these management teams that are appearing before committee to ensure that we don't continue to have the same recommendations. But again, I want to inform this Honorable House that if the Office of the Auditor General keeps on flagging the same issues, then those are the issues that the committee will still respond on. Madam Speaker, we want to encourage the management entities that normally come before us and the Office of the Auditor General to make sure that they put extra effort so that they can work hard to ensure that we get a positive recommendation from the Office of Auditor General so that we can bring back the public confidence. And Madam Speaker, from the various recommendations that have been put forward, we want to ensure that we implore on the management to make adjustments on the recommendations that have been suggested by this Honorable House to ensure that there is timely remittance of statutory deductions. And we want also to implore on executive to ensure that they have timely disbursement of funds to these facilities, Madam Speaker. Regardless of us having the FIF, still there must be some gaps that they need to bridge. If the money that are collected by the facilities are not enough, and there are some disbursements that they need to do, then they need to make sure that they get it in a timely manner, so as to make the various facilities have a good absorption rate. Because we are finding that Lumumba underspent. They were not able to absorb almost to the tune of 24%, simply because maybe either they received this money late, or maybe they did not receive it altogether. Madam Speaker, I think, according to Honorable Eiko, I want to acknowledge the commendation on Oiko Kabonyo Kanyagwal MCA did commend the committee and the management for having improved. But he pointed out that as much as they have improved, but there are some serious concerns that were raised by the Office of Auditor General. And I believe if we put our heads together, we will ensure that our facilities are properly managed and our people, the management team that are tasked with managing these public funds, are going to do it to the level that is, or to a manner that is going to bring back the public confidence. Madam Speaker, I so beg to reply. Thank you.
Honorable members, and now that the report on the examination of the report of the Auditor General on the financial statements of Lumumba Sub-County Level 4 Hospital for the year ended 30th of June 2024 by the Public Accounts and Investment Committee has been presented, seconded and debated, and it's time for me to put a question. And I put that as many of the opinion that this report be adopted, say aye. And as many as of the contrary opinion, say nay. And the ayes have it. And therefore, the report on the examination of the report of the Auditor General on the financial statements of Lumumba Sub-County Level 4 Hospital for the year ended 30th of June 2024 by the Public Accounts and Investment Committee has been adopted today, the 5th of June 2025 at 15:24 hours. And I direct that this report, together with the Hansard report, be submitted to the relevant department for implementation. Next order, clerk.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and honorable members. We don't have any other business to transact in the order paper.
Honorable members, and you can be upstanding, and there being no any other business, this house stands adjourned until Tuesday, the 10th of June, 2025 at 2:30 p.m.